In a world where every move is watched, every face is scanned, and every word is recorded, how safe are we really? Today, we reveal the chilling reality of our surveillance society. We will dive deep into the shadows of the most surveilled cities on the planet. Cities where privacy is a distant memory, and the eyes of the state never blink. From the relentless gaze of CCTV cameras to the invasive reach of facial recognition and AI, these technologies promise security. But at what cost? Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about safety and freedom. This is the 10 most surveilled cities in the world. At number 10, we enter a city where almost 40,000 cameras watch 3.7 million souls. That's one lens for every 95 people, silently tracking your every move. But that's just the surface. Zoom in on Beverly Hills, where the surveillance nightmare intensifies. 2,000 cameras for 32,500 residents. One camera for every 16 people. You're not just being watched, you're being dissected. Automated license plate readers scan thousands of plates per minute. Your car, your movements, your life, all cataloged in an instant. And those Ring doorbells? They're not just for package thieves. The LAPD can request footage from your neighbors, turning your community into a web of informants. Think you're safe online? Think again. The LAPD has partnered with tech firms for secretive online spying. Your tweets, your posts, your digital footprint, all fair game for the watchful eye of the law.
I feel like I'm always being watched. Even in my own home, I wonder who's looking through my camera.
A resident whispers. Despite this Orwellian nightmare, crime surges. Violent crime up 2.9% in early 2024. Property crimes soaring. The very system meant to protect you seems to be failing. In this brave new world of constant surveillance, one question burns. When every street corner, every doorbell, every click online is monitored, are you truly free or just a data point in a vast, unfeeling system? Imagine living in a city where 214,000 cameras follow your every move. A city where one camera watches every 60 residents, ensuring no corner is left unmonitored. With a population of 12.6 million, this city ranks high globally for surveillance density. But it's not just about the cameras, it's about their power. Authorities use this technology to identify and detain protesters, enforce quarantine measures, and even track down draft evaders. Imagine being flagged as a draft dodger just by walking through a metro station. Here you experience face pay, a chilling leap into a cashless, cardless future. At over 240 metro stations, your face is now your wallet. A quick glance at a camera, and you're through the turnstile. Convenient? Perhaps. But consider the implications. Every journey logged, every purchase tracked. Your daily routine, your social circles, your political leanings, all potentially scrutinized by an unseen authority. And there's no opting out. This isn't science fiction. It's Moscow. But it doesn't stop there. The government is building a nationwide Center for Video Feed Analysis, centralizing surveillance data from across the country. What could go wrong? Privacy laws in this country are notoriously weak, with systemic failures to protect citizens from surveillance overreach. The extensive camera network is part of the Safe City program, ostensibly aimed at enhancing public safety, but critics argue it's a tool for oppression. Crime surges despite the massive surveillance network. Weapons-related offenses skyrocketed by 203% in 2022. Corruption runs rampant, with a problem index of 72. The very system meant to protect seems to be failing. In this brave new world of constant surveillance, one question burns. When your face is your identity, your passport, and your credit card, what happens if the system turns against you? Before we dive into our next city, let's test your knowledge on urban surveillance. Here's a quick question for you. Which city introduced smart streetlights, equipped with cameras and sensors to monitor public spaces? A. San Francisco, USA. B. Warsaw, Poland. C. Sydney, Australia. D. Tokyo, Japan. Think you know the answer? Take a moment to guess. The correct answer is A. San Francisco, USA. San Francisco has implemented smart streetlights with cameras and sensors to enhance public safety and monitor various environmental factors. This just goes to show how technology is transforming urban environments. Now, let's move on to our next city and explore its surveillance landscape. At number 8, we enter a city where the shadows of war still linger, and the watchful eyes of surveillance never blink. With 120,000 cameras scanning every street, every face, every movement, that's nearly 16 lenses for every 1,000 souls. In the global surveillance race, this city ranks 8th, excluding the ever-watchful cities of China. But it's not just about numbers. It's about control, about power. In 2011, a $17 million project promised safety, security, a shield against the specter of terrorism, 13,000 sophisticated cameras, a digital fortress to protect the innocent. But at what cost? 18 high-tech checkpoints encircle the city, metal gateways and inspection booths, where your ID, your face, your very identity is scanned, stored, scrutinized. A database of suspicion, where every driver is a potential threat. Welcome to Baghdad, a city where every step is watched, every face scanned, every moment analyzed. But do these unblinking eyes truly make the streets safer? The evidence is as murky as the Tigris River. Crime rates fluctuate, corruption festers, and the shadow of violence still looms. In the city of 1,000 tales, a new story is being written, one of cameras and checkpoints, databases and doubt. The question is, what will be the final chapter? Welcome to a city where the walls have eyes. With over 551,000 CCTV cameras, that's a staggering 1,126 lenses per square mile. This city is one of the global leaders in surveillance obsession. But quantity doesn't equal quality. Despite this digital panopticon, crime rate soars at 1,832 per 100,000, over 3 times the national average. In 2022 alone, 11,477 violent crimes shattered lives, leaving citizens to wonder, are we truly safer or just more watched? The government boasts of solving 100 cases with CCTV footage. But at what cost? In a city without data protection laws, your every move is recorded, stored, and potentially weaponized. Welcome to Delhi, where privacy is extinct, but security remains elusive. Facial recognition technology adds a chilling new dimension. During the 2020 riots, it became a tool of suspicion. Of 1,750 arrests, over half were Muslim. Coincidence or targeted surveillance? In affluent areas, cameras are status symbols. In slums, they're tools of control. This digital divide speaks volumes about who's watching whom. As Delhi races to install 140,000 more eyes in the sky, one question burns brighter than the glare of a million screens. In a city where every blink is recorded, but crime still thrives, who's really benefiting from this digital leash? At number 6, we enter a metropolis where the watchful gaze of surveillance never blinks. 24 cameras watch every 1,000 souls, silently tracking their daily lives. But it's not just the government's eyes that follow you. Residents, associations, businesses, even your neighbors, all have joined this frenzied race to watch, to record, to monitor. The authorities claim it's for your safety, but critics whisper of a darker motive. In a city where corruption runs deep, who watches the watchers? When footage vanishes and cameras mysteriously fail, one has to wonder, is this a tool for protection or oppression? $5 million were sanctioned for policing last year. 2,000 more cameras to watch our women and children. But as the network grows, a chilling truth emerges. The number of cameras bears little correlation to the crime rate. So what are they truly for? The rich watch the poor, the powerful monitor the vulnerable, and all the while the true crimes, the corruption, the fraud, the abuse of power continue unabated. Welcome to Chennai, the city of a million eyes, where privacy is a distant memory and trust is a rare commodity. The cameras are watching, always watching. But in the end, who will watch the watchmen? Now, picture a metropolis where the very air hums with digital vigilance. A city where 237 cameras watch every square kilometer, their unblinking gaze piercing through the neon-lit streets and towering skyscrapers. Welcome to Seoul, South Korea, the 5th most surveilled city on Earth. With over 14 cameras for every 1,000 souls, privacy here is nothing but a distant memory. But that's just the beginning. Seoul's hunger for surveillance is far from satisfied. By 2026, over 10,000 new AI cameras will infiltrate every park, every hiking trail. Your leisurely stroll, it's now a data point. Your moment of solitude, it's being analyzed for abnormal motives. Citizens of Seoul, you're not just being watched, you're being dissected. Every blink, every hesitation, every fleeting emotion is scrutinized by an algorithm that never sleeps, never blinks, and never forgets.
They say it's for our safety,
A trembling voice whispers.
but I feel naked, exposed. I can't even use a public restroom without wondering if I'm being filmed.
And they're right to be afraid. In this digital panopticon, hidden cameras lurk in every shadow. Hotels, changing rooms, even the sanctity of your own home. Nowhere is safe from the voyeuristic gaze of the unseen. The government claims this web of surveillance has made us safer. But as violent crime arrests skyrocket from 80,000 to 90,000 in a single year, one has to wonder, are we truly secure or just more efficiently monitored? The camera is always watching. And it's not just recording your actions, it's judging them. So ask yourself, citizens of Seoul, in a city where every moment is monitored, are you truly living or merely performing for an audience of algorithms? Hey, I now have a question for you. Do more cameras in cities make us safer, or do they invade our privacy too much? What's your take on that? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now we find ourselves in a place where the future of surveillance is already in motion. A city-state where 90,000 electronic eyes watch your every move. But that's just the beginning. By 2030, 200,000 cameras will blanket this island nation. One camera for every 28 people. Your every step, every glance, every interaction, all captured, analyzed, and stored. It's for our safety, they say. And the people believe. 86% support more cameras, 91% want them in public spaces, but at what cost? But the Smart Nation initiative isn't just about efficiency, it's about control. Cameras don't just watch, they judge, they predict, they decide.
I feel safer.
A resident whispers.
But sometimes I wonder, who's watching the watchers?
Crime rates are low, they say, but cybercrime soar. In this digital panopticon, even your online life is under scrutiny. Robots patrol the streets, drones hover overhead. Your face, your gait, your very essence, all data points in a vast, unseen network. Welcome to Singapore, where safety and surveillance are one and the same, where privacy is a relic of the past, and your every move is a performance for an audience of algorithms. The future is here, and it's watching your every breath. At number 3, welcome to the heart of China's surveillance empire, a city where 1.15 million electronic eyes watch your every move. That's 56 cameras for every 1,000 souls, silently tracking their daily lives. But it's not just about numbers. This surveillance network is a marvel of technological sophistication. Big data and social credit scoring intertwine, creating a digital web that leaves no corner of life untouched. The authorities claim it's for safety, but critics warn of a darker purpose: total control. In this digital city, every action is monitored, every transgression punished. Dissent is crushed before it can even take root. And the people? They've learned to live with it, to accept the unblinking gaze as a fact of life. A survey found many are comfortable with the cameras, viewing them as guardians, but others whisper of unease, of a creeping sense that privacy is a relic of the past. When the system is breached, the response is swift and merciless. In 2022, news of a major data leak affecting 1 billion citizens was ruthlessly suppressed. The message was clear. Nothing escapes the watchful eye of the state. 278 cameras per square kilometer may seem extreme, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. China is building a nationwide surveillance net, a digital dragnet that will leave no corner of the country unwatched. So, as you walk the streets of Beijing, remember, every step you take, every move you make, they'll be watching you. In this city, privacy is dead, and the future, it's already here. At number 2, we find ourselves in a city where Big Brother is analyzing your every move. A concrete jungle where privacy is extinct and your very existence is digital fodder. Imagine 9.7 million souls, more than 690,000 watchful eyes. One camera for every 13 residents, scrutinizing 607 square miles. That's 1,552 spying devices per square mile. Never blinking, always recording. Government eyes have multiplied, a staggering 238% increase in a decade. But it's not just the government. It's your neighbor, your corner shop, your employer. Everyone's watching. Welcome to London, a surveillance paradise where crime thrives. Despite an extensive network of CCTV cameras, crime rates in London tell a story of escalating concerns rather than diminishing threats. More than 887,870 offenses in a year, a 20% surge in just 2 years. A deeper dive into the statistics reveals more troubling trends. The streets pulse with danger. Knife crime up 54%. Homicides climbing 23%. Robberies spiking 16%. The bitter irony? Law enforcement officials concede that for every 1,000 cameras, only one crime is solved. What's more, nearly half of these recordings are of such poor quality that they're worthless in court. In this digital panopticon, you're captured 70 times daily. But as London races towards total surveillance, one chilling question remains. In a city where 1 billion electronic eyes never sleep, Does anyone truly feel safe? Before we reveal the #1 most surveilled city, take a moment to subscribe. Our series Cities on the Edge will continue to bring you closer to the world's most fascinating and controversial urban environments. Stay tuned for more eye-opening content that you won't find anywhere else. And now, welcome to the surveillance capital of the world, a city where 465,000 CCTV cameras watching over 3.9 million residents, a city that boasts the highest surveillance density in the world, 117 cameras per 1,000 people. That's one camera for every 8 people, silently tracking their daily lives. But it's not the quantity that's truly chilling, it's the capability. Super advanced facial recognition algorithms scan crowds in milliseconds, cross-referencing against vast databases. Your face is your new ID, your movements tracked, your interactions recorded, whether you like it or not. One misstep and your life crumbles. Buy too much alcohol? Your health score plummets. Play video games for hours? Watch your productivity rating nosedive. Jaywalk? Facial recognition ensures a fine hits your account before you reach the other side. Maya Wang from Human Rights Watch warns,
this level of surveillance is part of a broader strategy of social control, leading to potential abuses like stalking, blackmail, and suppression of dissent.
the system knows all. Your phone, purchases, messages, everything feeds the algorithm. Speak ill of the government online, your social credit score crashes, barring you from flights, fast internet, and good jobs. Fall too low and you're branded an untrustworthy citizen. Unemployable, unable to travel, your children blocked from top schools. In this digital panopticon, privacy is extinct. Cameras equipped with gait recognition track you, even with your face covered. Emotion recognition AI scrutinizes your expressions for signs of dissent. Even your home offers no refuge. Smart meters and televisions feed data to the central system. This isn't some far-off dystopia. This is Taiwan. From London to Moscow to Taiwan, the world is becoming ever more watched. As we trade privacy for security, what does the future hold? Will we find a balance or build our own digital prisons? The choice is ours. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. What kind of future do you want to see?